Yeah, hey guys, good morning. An Israeli military official telling Fox News that Hamas violated the ceasefire agreement, launching an RPG and a sniper attack against Israeli forces inside Gaza. In response, the Israeli military bombed targets in the southern and northern parts of the enclave. This military official telling Fox this is a bold violation of the ceasefire. Remember, the Israelis are still in control of 53% of Gaza. They have remained on high alert over concerns that Hamas might violate the agreement. And they built out a series of preparations for this very possibility. Already today, there are calls from Israeli ministers on the far right, including Itamar Ben-Gvir and Bezalel Smotrich, to resume the war against Hamas. But we do understand Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is set to hold security consultations today about this Hamas ceasefire violation to determine the next steps. All of this taking place as U.S. officials are set to visit the region this week, including Vice President J.D. Vance and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff. And last night, the State Department released a warning of their own against Hamas. They said the United States has informed the guarantor nations of the Gaza peace agreement of credible reports indicating an imminent ceasefire violation by Hamas against the people of Gaza. So we're looking at two different things here. One, a violation of the ceasefire against Israeli forces, and two, a warning by the U.S. State Department that Hamas intends to carry out more attacks against their own people. Remember last week, we saw those horrific execution videos of Hamas gunmen roaming the streets of Gaza and killing their opponents. And they still have not fulfilled all of their agreements as it relates to ceasefire deal plans. And we're talking about phase one here. They were supposed to release the bodies of all of the hostages that remain inside Gaza. And while overnight they returned the remains of 2 additional hostages, including hostage Ronen Engel, there are still 16 hostages that are deceased inside the Gaza Strip that Hamas must return as part of their agreed upon deal. And so moving forward, we have to wait and see what happens as it relates to this ceasefire violation. But again, the latest information that we have, according to the Israeli military, Hamas has violated the ceasefire agreement by firing on Israeli forces inside Gaza. And in response, the Israeli military launched new airstrikes against the enclave. Guys?
So Trey, you mentioned the executions this week. There's also been some infighting since the ceasefire began among Hamas forces inside Gaza. To what degree should we be concerned that that stability could lead to this whole thing falling, that instability could lead to this whole thing falling apart?
Look, the onus here is on Hamas. President Trump released a 20-point peace plan giving Hamas amnesty. Actually,